Hey, what's up, everyone? Cardboard.Capitan here, and today I am commentating a heist deck that I put together. This was a little different than the standard heist deck. I wanted to try a few things, and you can see in my hand already, I have a few cards that I'm trying out. So the Sphere of Isolation Nowhere to Run combo. Now it lets you play Nowhere to Run twice. Okay, I get bats. I've got two nowhere runs anyway. So that's not a big deal. I'm playing a lot of standard heist cards too. Triumphant Getaway, um, the Loot Monger. So there are heist elements, but I'm also trying Festival of Embers now. One of the things I've noticed with heist is that they tend to have a very small hand size, and a lot of their advantage they get over the opponent comes from the cards they heist. So I'm trying out Festival of Embers as a way of recouping some of those discard cards, and Festival allows instants and sorceries to be replayed from the graveyard. Now, enchantments are not too big of a deal because I've got nowhere to run now. There is a card that will give creatures what's the word? Hexproof? But since I have nowhere to run, that gets around that. So I take it out now, just so I don't have to deal with it. And next turn I can play Fear of Isolation to replay Nowhere to Run. I can also do a Triumphant Getaway. But considering how pivotal these scavengers can be to a enchantment deck, I want to remove them ASAP. Now, this is a post Duskmourn Alchemy, so you will see some cards. For example, this Mothlight Processionist, and what it does it gives enchantments that the opponent casts Convoke. So what you'll see paired with this card is a lot of token production. You'll see there's enchantment cards that will produce tokens, doll makers, something, doll maker shop, I believe, for example. So if you don't answer that processionist quickly, it can get out of hand. So if you pair that with, for example, Overlord of the Mistmoors, that slot of tokens, he sees I've got nowhere to run in my hand. So I guess opponent just gets countered by the card in my hand. So as far as my deck goes, it's a very early version now. I decided not to go with Heist for the season because I wasn't getting as good of a win rate as I wanted to, but I'm able to use some of these ideas for other decks. Even if you don't win as much as you want, take the ideas, take the lessons you learned from playing with the cards, and try to apply it for your other decks. Like, a couple of things I noticed. For one, Festival of Embers, it's not that great early on. I figured, hey, if I get it with Lootmonger early on, it's not a bad deal. Because Lootmonger needs some to discard, and Festival is some fine to discard. I don't have any removal right now. But I do have Getaway, so I think the game plan is to play Getaway, play Great Expectations, and go from there. Golden Sidekick, that's also a Duskmourn Alchemy card. Very strong card if it comes out early. Not too big of a threat right now because opponent doesn't have any cards in hand. But I do get Enduring Tenacity, which is interesting because I can play it with Triumphant Getaway. So yeah, here I should probably play Lootmonger first. Nope. I think I'm going for Festival of Embers at the later turn, but you know, with a sidekick coming down, I can drain 2 life and then from Tenacity take 2 more life from the opponent. So Enduring Innocence, not a big deal. I mean, it'll give some life gain to the opponent, but I can deal more damage than the opponent can gain life. They also need to answer that Enduring Tenacity. And so long as I don't get careless with it, if that were to die, it would go under the opponent's control. But considering the position my opponent is in, I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, deal your 3 damage, not a big deal. Let's see, I get Sheltered by Ghosts. Good find. And see, I'm benefiting so hard from this Enduring Tenacity. Okay. Oh, opponent's dead. In 1 turn. Alright, as far as a sideboard strategy, probably going with Extraction. I'm seeing a lot of creatures, so I want to focus on removal. I go with Pyroclasm over Deadly Cover-Up just because it's cheaper. And they're the opponent's mana curve, their creature curve, very 1 to 3. It's low cost, in other words. Very cheap creatures, low toughness, so I think Pyroclasm is a better pick here. As far as what my opponent could be siding in, there's a few cards. There's that Aven that will make cards from exile cost more. I forget the name offhand, but it's a bird for 3. There's also that Monk. That will make instants and sorceries cost more for me. I don't know how rigid the opponent is on enchantments, but considering I saw Fear of Ridicule, I can expect a good number of enchantments. Okay, so see, Getaway Glamour might be good as a form of removal, considering I don't have any in my hand. And I don't need Fear of Isolation right now, because there's nothing I can play with it. And then I draw a Nowhere to Run. So that's a bit unlucky. Overall, I'd say this is a good hand to keep right now. I've got two forms of removal, Triumphant Getaway and Festival of Embers, for later on in the game. I'd say the least valuable card right now is Nowhere to Run, because I'm not seeing any creatures. No, right now, Festival of Embers, it can only recur grave negotiations. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that Processioner right away. I could Phantasmal Extraction, but considering that opponent's not drawing too many lands, I can wait on that. I think perhaps Fear of Ridicule is in the opponent's hand right now, considering that they're played out their Fear of Lost Teeth. But the opponent doesn't have a land that can come into play untapped. So there is a Fear of Ridicule. And then yet another Triumphant Getaway. So let's see what's in the opponent's hand. Alright, two Sheltered by Ghosts, one Withering Torment. I don't want my Triumphant Getaway to be removed. At least with Withering Torment. Sheltered by Ghosts. If I can remove the creature enchanted with it, then Triumphant Getaway gets another enter trigger. And so I heist two more cards. Plus I have Triumphant Getaway in my hand. Let's see. Oh, opponent chooses not to get rid of a Triumphant Getaway, so yeah, that's the wrap. Alright. So I'll be having a few more of these. I want to catch up on my videos. So with that said, if you enjoyed the content, do like, comment, and subscribe. You can find me on X under the username Cardboard.Capitan. You can find my Mox field, Cardboard.Capitan. I'll probably do a better explanation of this deck in another video, so I'll see you all next time.